Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new ColourPop review. Today I have for you the Clay It's Cool collection. This is this week's ColourPop launch, and I'm so excited to dive into this one. We've got bronzers, we've also got an eyeshadow palette and the new highlights. So excited, so let's go ahead and get started. So excited to show you guys this entire collection. So this is launching this Thursday at 10 a.m. PST on ColourPop's website. I will have links to it down below as soon as it is available, and I will also put my coupon code down there. It is just MakeupMolly5. It will save you $5 off your purchase. So excited about this one. I was really excited to see them do the Super Shock bronzers. I feel like they had these a long time ago, but I haven't had them in my collection in forever, and I feel like it's something they've been missing because we love the Super Shock highlights, we love the Super Shock blushes, so really excited to see them do these bronzers. So there are 6 different shades. They are a matte formula. I have them on my face right now, and I'll show you guys a demo. I used a sponge to apply them as well as my finger. What's nice about the Super Shocks is that you can use them a ton of different ways. You can apply them with a brush, you can use your finger, you can also use a sponge, so it's really nice that they have these now available in quite a few different shade options. First bronzer shade is Get Shady. This is the lightest shade, and it's also the most cool tone shade. For the second shade, this one is called Beachin', and this one has a little bit more of that warm undertone to it. The next deepest shade is I'll Bet, and this one is just a smidge deeper than the last shade, and it also looks like this one has a little bit more of a red undertone to it. Now we're getting into the deeper shades. This one is the shade Dream Vacay. And then the next one is Paradise City. This is the second to last shade. And then the very last shade in the collection is Summer Forever. And this is going to be your deepest shade. Also along this side, the bronzers, there is a new palette. So I'm so excited about this one. This is the Clay It's Cool. When I saw the launch pictures of this, I was like, okay, this is cute. This is cute. So this is the inside right here. It's very fall vibes. I feel like a lot of people are really gonna like this color story. I really like the layout of it too. So we have all of these shimmers right next to each other and then all of the mattes right next to each other. And there's actually a cream shade in here. And I don't know if they've done this before. They may have. I need to look it up. But I've never had one in one of my palettes from them. So I have this on my lid actually right now. I'll show you guys how it applies, but I'm curious to try that out in a bunch of different ways. But let me know how you guys feel about the cream shadow. I don't mind it. It kind of reminds me of the Patrick Ta palette, and actually the color story does as well. Just pulled mine out because I figured you guys would probably want to see comparisons. So I do think they do look pretty similar color story wise. So if you've been eyeing the Patrick Ta one, maybe go for ColourPop. I do feel like Patrick's formula is very special though. His shimmers are like so buttery and smooth and also like really foiled looking. ColourPop has a great shimmer formula as well, but I do feel like his are a little bit more like glistening. They're a little more like topper almost, as opposed to ColourPop's, but I feel like you can get a very similar look. Like this look I have on right now is something I could definitely get with the Patrick Ta palette. And then the cream in the ColourPop one is lighter than the creams in this one, but I know it's kind of like a similar vibe, if you will. I feel like a lot of people are kind of gonna compare those two. I don't have his newest palette, but I do think some of these shades probably also look a little bit similar to his newest palette as well. So I wanted to mention that. Let me show you swatches of this. It's swatched incredible. All of these shades look really nice. And like I said, I'm excited to try that cream shade a little bit more. We also have a new Soul body product as well. This is one of their shimmering body powders. This is the shade Fire Up. I will show you as well a swatch up and a close up of this as well. So I do have it on right now as a highlight. It's a little bit deep for me, but I feel like it's working. I gave it a little bit of shine. You could also use this on your body. I like applying it on my shoulders, my neck. And then lastly in the collection, we have some of their Blotted Lips, and I have one on my lips right now. This is a nice formula if you haven't tried it before. It's one that you can just kind of have on throughout the day. Kind of gives you that barely there type of lip look. It's very comfortable. There are 4 different shades, I believe, to this collection. I only have 2 of them. So the 2 shades that I have are the shade Cured, which is the one that I have on my lips right now. And then I also have the shade The Artist. So I'll show you swatches of the 2 that I have. But I believe there are 2 other colors. I'm not sure why those weren't in my package, but just so you guys know, if you want to shop the collection, there are 2 more shades. All right, that is a look at everything. Like I said, I'm very excited to show you guys how I got this look using all of the products. So let's go ahead and get started with that now. So getting started, we're gonna go in with our eyes here first. We have to use this cream shadow. I'm very curious on this. So this shade is called Need You. And I'm going to apply this one all over my lid. I am using ColourPop brushes, I've mentioned before, but they have amazing brushes. So I'm gonna be using those throughout the video. This is the E24. And I do have a little bit of concealer on my lid already. I probably should have did like a blank base, but I wanted to have a little bit of the cancellation up here for my redness. So yeah, I'm just gonna apply this kind of as a base first, see if it makes our shadows adhere a little bit better. The shade is like a shade or 2 deeper than my skin tone, so it's kind of looking a little bit like my skin tone, but that's okay. I think I might actually just grab this on my finger just to try that too. And that might be easier to just apply it, yeah, on my finger. Did work with the brush, but I just feel like it's gonna be faster to just use our finger. I'm curious to see how this does in this pan, like if it dries up or not, but okay. We're gonna start with that base. And I am going to set that a little bit with the shade called High Fire. And I'm kind of just gonna blend that right over top of the cream. Kind of set that down, like tapping and then also blending. So far, so good. I'm gonna next go into the shade Bodytalk right down here and grab this and move this into my crease. We're gonna bring in some of those like terracotta shades. So just deepening that up a little bit more. Go in with the E27 and I'm gonna grab some of this next shade called Figure a little bit deeper here. Just focus this right here on the outer portion of the eye and bring it like right in here as well. I'm just gonna kind of tap this. I feel like this palette is gonna be really pretty for fall. I like the tones of it a lot. I'm gonna go back into that first brush and kind of just swirl that around just to further blend it a little more. Next, I'm gonna go in with the E13 and I'm going to go into the shade Killin' It right here. Again, further deepen this up. I'm gonna try to use as many shadows as I can. So I'm just gonna deepen up this outer corner just a little bit more. And then why not? Let's go into the last shade right here and use that also on the outer corner. I feel like these shades are all giving us a nice like gradient, a lot of depth here with using all of the shades. Again, go back into that first brush and just help blend that all out. Now let's move into our shimmers. I think I'm gonna go into the shade Earth Bay. This one looks so pretty. I'm gonna use this all over the lid. I'm just gonna, ooh, I like that, okay. Pretty gold. I'm gonna use that with my finger, tapping that in. I'm gonna leave the inner corner blank because I'm gonna apply the lighter champagne shade there. This is a very pretty shimmery gold. Then I'm gonna take my pinky into this gold champagne shade. This is MOTIF, and I'm going to tap that in just with my pinky, bring it into the gold. It's just like a hint lighter than the last shade. Again, very shimmery. Formula on this seems really nice. Grab a little bit of biscuit right here and just apply that to the outer portion of the lid so we can use some more of the shades. All right, now for lower lash, I'm kind of just gonna go in the same order. We're gonna pretty much use all of the same shades. I'm gonna make it nice and smoky. I'm loving this right now, really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and add some liner and also some lashes, and then we'll back to try out the bronzers. Here are the eyes with the lashes and liner. Now we're gonna try out the bronzers. I'm so excited about this launch. So we're gonna dive into this first shade right here. This one is Get Shady. This is the first shade, so I feel like this is the most cool toned one. And I'm honestly gonna apply this with my finger. I don't know how you guys personally apply them. I apply them different ways, but I'm first gonna just put this on my cheeks with my finger and kind of tap it out because this one is a little bit more cool toned. So I'm gonna use it almost more like a contour. And I'm really just kind of digging right into the pan. And I'm just gonna place it right here on my cheekbones. It's a little bit of a lighter shade on me, but I do feel like it's gonna do a good job at like sculpting the face. Okay, so that added a little bit of definition. I didn't fully blend that out yet because I'm gonna use my sponge next. We're gonna go into the next lightest shade. This one is definitely a lot warmer than the last. This is the shade Beachin, and this is a matte as well. And this one I'm gonna actually take my sponge directly into it, and I'm gonna apply this one more all over as a bronzer shade. I'm just gonna kind of tap this into the skin here and just warm up the face a little more. I feel like this is what they were missing in their line. I think they used to have these bronzers like a really long time ago, but I feel like everyone loves the Super Shock like cheeks. We love the blushes. We love the highlights. So I do feel like this was long overdue, and I'm excited to have these in my collection. These are blending really nicely, very smooth. I'm gonna add a little bit here to my forehead. And you could also use a brush or whatever your best way to apply these. I'm just gonna use the sponge because I feel like that's gonna be the best way for me to use them, but however you want to use them, it's up to you. Add a little to my nose as well. I'm gonna move one shade darker and I'm gonna go into the shade I'll Bet. And again, this is also a matte, and I'm going to further just apply a little more just so we can try out all the colors. So I'd say for me, I could probably use the first three since this one is also working for me. So if you're a similar skin tone to me, I would say Probably the second one, or this one, is the best match for me. This one's definitely bringing more of like that red undertone to it. My foundation was kind of light too, and that definitely helped warm everything up for sure. Okay, very pretty. I really like that. It looks nice and natural. It's matte, but it's not overly matte. Really, really pretty on the face. And I do want to just give a quick try for this Soul Body highlight. This might be a little bit deep for me, but I'm gonna give it a go anyways. Just apply a small amount since it is a little bit deeper. And I'm applying it to my cheekbones. This is also a ColourPop brush. This is the F33. So just doing a little wash of this. It is a little bit deep, but I feel like it's not too bad. I prefer more of like an icy highlight, and it does look a little glittery, but I don't think it's like the worst color for me. If you wanted to use this as a highlight, I think you could. I'll probably more just use it on the body, but there it is. So you guys can see it on the face. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna go in with the Blotted Lips. So I think for this look, I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Cured. I'm gonna use that on my lips. I'm not gonna go in with the lip liner since this is the Blotted Lip. I want more like that just everyday type of look. Applying nice and smooth. And I'll wipe off a little there. Okay, there is that shade on the lips. Definitely very fall vibes. I feel like we look very fall ready. Right, our final look using the Clay It's Cool collection. I'm loving how this turned out. Let's zoom out and get into my final thoughts. I really loved everything from this collection. The bronzers were so pretty. They look so natural and nice on the skin. Very smooth, very easy to blend with my sponge. So really, really loving on these. I feel like there's something I was needing in my collection from ColourPop, so I'm really glad they're releasing these. I also feel like it had a decent shade range for only 6 shades. I feel like they did a nice range with those. And then the eyeshadow, I'm loving this look. I feel like it turned out so, so pretty. I feel like this is a color story a lot of people are gonna like. The cream shadow, I'm kind of still undecided about. I could do with or without it. I mean, I feel like the shadows adhered nicely. The shimmers look really pigmented, but I wanna kind of try the palette on its own too without the cream and see if it really made that much of a difference. But so far, so good with that. The Blotted Lip is cute. I like this color a lot. I'm into it. I think this collection, they did a great job with it. I think it's something different. We got the bronzers in there. That's really fun. And I also think a lot of people are really going to enjoy the color story of that palette. And I like that layout too as well. So that is going to do it for today's ColourPop review. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Like I said, I will have the link to the collection down below as soon as it is available, along with my coupon code if you want to use that to shop. I will see you very soon with a brand new one. Bye, friends.